Good evening, everybody. You are chilling with Kenny C right here on TMVCafe.com. Super excited to be joined with my first guest of the evening, singer-songwriter, originally from Eastern Kentucky. This woman was a high school teacher before she went on to pursue her dream as a recording artist. And I'm joined. She now resides in Nashville, Tennessee. She has a new album that just came out called All Those Days of Drinking Dust. We're definitely gonna get to that title of that particular album. I'm joined with Tiffany Williams. She's with me right now. How's it going?
It's good. I'm so glad to be here with you.
Great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for your time. We'll definitely talk about this new album in just a bit. But as I said in the introduction, you was a high school teacher
Hmm.
in your native Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah.
So talk about those days and what led you into pursuing music.
Well, I never really intended to be a singer-songwriter. That was never the plan at all. From college, I kind of wanted to be an English professor, or English literature, linguistics, that sort of thing. And so, I couldn't figure out exactly what I wanted to do though. So I ended up going back to ETSU and getting my master's for teaching. And then I went back to Pikeville, Kentucky, to teach English for 5 years. And during that time, I kind of found my voice and I started writing my own songs. And I think one of the things that really pushed me was, I had these students, and there were so many who were so talented, and I believed in them, and they had all these big dreams, because sometimes sophomore to senior was what I taught, but they would always tell me all these big plans and dreams that they had, and I said, you know what, the people who do the things are the people who do them, so just do it, go for it, don't tell yourself no, just put yourself out there and see what happens. And I think the more that I told them that, the more that I realized I should be telling myself that too.
That's fun. That's intriguing
Yeah,
to me.
yeah,
You being a teacher, teachers have a big responsibility to these kids. Trying to lead them
yeah.
to the right path per se. But at the
Yeah,
end of the day, it's up to them and what they want to do in their
yeah.
lives. And it definitely looked like it definitely played a role. Seeing,
Yeah, it was for, hopefully I did some good in their lives, but I know that they made me a better person and a better public speaker, and I feel like when I was a teacher, that was one of the best opportunities to have a good impact on anybody. I mean, you have so much impact as a teacher.
yeah, and shout out to the teachers. Let's
Yeah.
let's just put that out there. All the teachers out there. Obviously, school season is we're underway already and
Yeah.
gone through those trying times. Obviously, in with the classes and learning the material and try to teach these kids, young and old, and you having quite the experience at going through these times obviously. So
Yeah.
shout out to the teachers, man. Learn from them, listen to them. That's all I can tell you. Just give them your attention. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. So I've I've been very active in local music in mostly in central Kentucky. And then my friendships with artists have grown and I've started to listen to other artists through other artists. And
Hmm.
I think I've known you through other artists.
Okay. Yeah.
I live in Lexington
Yeah.
specifically, and I think you have performed there before.
Yeah, I was
Uh,
just there actually. I was Salah's house had a book launch at Joseph Beth Bookstore in Lexington, and so I performed a couple of songs there. So yeah, I love Lexington. I was just there.
Then we're gonna have to cash you the next one for sure.
Yeah.
Um, so let's talk about this album that you recently released. All those days of drinking dust. That is the name of your record.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about the whole process of putting this album together and what made you decide to name this record All Those Days of Drinking Dust.
Well, the songs kind of span a broad range of years. Like some of the songs are a little older, maybe from like as early as I don't know 2013 or so, maybe just a little earlier. So there were songs I didn't sit down to write an album. They were just kind of the best songs that I had that also felt like they kind of went together, you know. And so the title track is called "All Those Days of Drinking Dust." I originally wanted to call it "I Am a Coal Miner's Daughter" because that's the first line of the song. But it's and I thought it would be cool that it's so similar to Loretta Lynn's "Coal Miner's Daughter" title, you know. And so, but I was talked out of it, and so I was thinking, okay, I wanted to say "I'm a coal miner's daughter" for the title because I felt like it was kind of like telling people who I am, you know, like I am this. So I wanted another title that I felt was just as powerful, I guess, and I felt like that track, that title track that we have now, I felt like that was kind of I don't know the linchpin of the whole album, the most important song, and so I wanted to pull the name from that. And so there's a line in the chorus that says, "All those years of grubbing on his hands and knees, all those days of drinking dust." And so it's just, you know, when you're in the coal mines, you're breathing in all that coal dust all the time. And so that's really kind of a central part of that song is that, you know, you have to kind of suffer when you're a coal miner. So anyway, yeah, it kind of comes back to that central idea of like identity and being from Eastern Kentucky and wanting to put that at the forefront of the album.
Definitely the West representation
Yeah.
of where you come from with this particular record. I got a chance to listen to some of the songs.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs is "When I Come Back Around."
Yeah.
That's the song.
The
That's this.
duet.
Yeah, the duet with Silas House. He's the
Yeah.
only featured artist on this
Uh-huh.
project.
Yeah.
So talk about collaborating with Silas for this duet.
Well, Silas and I would always sing casually. You know, after we would go to writers' workshops, or if we were just sitting around, we would sing in the evening and sing different songs together. And so this one was one that I had written, and I asked him to sing on the work tape. So the work tape, for people who don't know, is like before you do a demo of a song, you'll just do like a casual work tape, and then you'll give it to whoever you want to hear the song, so a publisher or whoever. And so I asked Silas to sing on the work tape for me years ago. And then when I was putting the album together, I thought, oh, this would be a good song to put on there. And I knew that I wanted him to sing on it because he had always sung on it with me before. And he was willing to. And so during COVID, we socially distanced, and he sang in the studio in Lexington, and it was really great to have him there and to have him be on it. I just love his voice.
Yeah, definitely gel very well on
Oh,
this
thank you.
track.
Thanks.
Very, very appealing. Uh, Definitely well thought track.
Yeah,
And you know, and it's a very good song. It's a very
thank you.
heartfelt song. And I'm glad, yeah, I was able to collaborate on
Yeah,
that track.
thank you.
So everybody go pick up the album. It's available
Hmm.
on all the platforms right now.
Hmm.
So go stream it, go buy it, go purchase it, go do all that.
You
These
know, the best thing to do is
Yeah,
you purchase it on Bandcamp and then you stream it on Spotify because you want the Spotify streams, but then Spotify doesn't give you any money.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah. Spotify, Bandcamp, got to give
That's a good
props to
place.
them.
Hmm.
Um, so you being Bandcamp and all, they've been doing what is called Bandcamp Fridays. They've been
Mm-hmm.
doing that since the pretty much throughout this whole pandemic.
Yeah.
And for those that may not be aware, um, what they do is they, like the first Friday of every month, they waive their revenue rights, and that 100% of the purchases goes straight towards the artist. Um, so it's once I know more about that for Bandcamp, I said I gotta update my Bandcamp collection. I
Mm-hmm.
gotta do it. So
Yeah.
it went from like maybe 3, 4 CDs that I purchased through Bandcamp, and now it's gone up to 60 and 70.
Yeah. It's one of the
So
best ways to support artists for sure.
yeah, so that has to be very helpful for
Mm-hmm.
you and to other indie artists, considering what what has transpired with this pandemic, and everybody had to sit home for most of
Yeah.
2020. And now
Mm-hmm.
while we back outside, that's the phrase, we back outside since 2021. We're still going through some challenges here and there. So from your perspective as a artist, as a performer, how you feeling just getting back to performing shows on the regular with everything that's going on?
Yeah. Well, I just recently got a couple weeks ago, I got my, I don't know if it's the second booster. I don't know. I've had several different, but I'm boosted and I feel good about that. And I don't know. It's almost like, I hate to say it, but it kind of feels like, you know, we're back to, I don't even really think about it anymore. Maybe I
Yeah,
should be, but I'm going out and playing shows and it feels like it had before. I know sometimes if people get COVID, they have to cancel a tour, so that still happens. And I know some
yeah,
people are still, wearing masks and maybe staying away from venues and stuff. And so it may still be, working itself out. But I think I feel pretty good, and I feel good about the shows that I've gone to. And yeah, so I don't know that we're fully out of the woods with it, but it does feel like, even if we're not, it feels like the momentum is there and that people are starting to, pick up the pace and go abroad. For a while, nobody was going to Europe or anything, but it feels like we're kind of back. I don't know. Do you think so?
I like to say to a degree,
Yeah.
but there's still some hesitancy from
Yeah.
people, and I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fully vaccinated. I'm already got my second booster as
Mm-hmm.
of early this year,
Yeah.
and that was more of a parents encouraging the child. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I live in Kentucky, they live in Georgia, um, and had a talk with my dad about it. I was hesitant
Yeah.
about the vaccine at first. I'm pretty sure a lot of people was, and there's
Yeah. Yeah.
nothing
Yeah.
wrong being hesitant,
Yeah. No,
but
not at all.
it's at the end of the day, you know, you want to do your part of getting
Mm-hmm.
back to some sort of normalcy.
Right.
Um, I go to music shows every week, and or at least almost every weekend. And when COVID hit, you know, it was from March to probably December. I didn't go to a single show at
Yeah.
all. So I guess I was just one of those waiting for the vaccine or any sort of
Mm-hmm.
vaccine to be available. And
Yeah.
then that was kind of the the it was something, some sort of relief that I needed, just to say, okay, I'm ready to get back out there, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
still be safe and whatnot. So,
What's your favorite
um,
venue in Central Kentucky? I don't know if you
um,
can say your favorite. Maybe you don't want to say your favorite, but what are some of your
uh,
favorite venues that to go to?
I'll go and say it. I mean, it's not like I know owners of every single venue, so they probably might not even notice it. My go-to venue is the Borough.
Yeah, I love the Bro.
Um, it's like a, how do I describe it? It's a live music sanctuary to me.
Yeah, it
Um,
is even with, like a sanctuary with the
yeah,
stained glass too. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So I guess that's why I use this sanctuary part,
Yeah.
because of that stained glass at the stage area. And I'm there for a variety of I've been there a lot, and I go to the arcade too. Got to
Yeah.
go back to my childhood days with the video games and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's my go-to venue that I attend. I still go to Twisted Cork. I still go
Hmm.
to the Fish Tank. I still go to Chevy Chase Inn. So it's Lexington. We got some nice places
Yeah.
for musicians. So it's good to just do some get back to some of the things that I love, and as I take pride in supporting local music. So whoever got a show out there, I might just come at you like the boogeyman. Say, hey, I'm here. I'm here. Um, so you said you did a show recently in Lexington. So do you got any more shows left for the remainder of the year?
Yeah. At this Saturday, I'll be in Middlesboro, Kentucky, for the Cumberland Fall Festival. Maybe Cumberland Mountain Fall Festival. It's one of those. But so that's this weekend, and it's downtown Middlesboro. There's a lot of good acts Friday and Saturday, and yeah, it's free to everybody. So I play Saturday at 3 p.m. on the main stage. And next week, actually a week from today, I fly to New Hampshire, and so I'll have a gig in New Hampshire on Friday, and then I've got a gig in Vermont, and I'm doing a radio interview in New York, so doing a few things while I'm up there. And I'm trying to think. I have probably a handful of gigs, and some of them are in Nashville. They're rounds, you know. But a couple of them are going to take me out of town. I have a show in Gatlinburg at the Listening Room in Pigeon Forge in October. So yeah, there's still a few, not so many because we're winding down. I am anyway. I'm ready to hibernate.
She ready to chill, y'all. She
Yeah,
ready to just
I'm tired.
yeah, yeah. So check out Tiffany's website. It's at TiffanyMWilliams.com.
Yeah.
That's TiffanyMWilliams.com. You can
Hmm.
check out the music, check out where she's gonna be at, check out all sorts of things.
I'm glad you
So
said that. Actually, I need to update my website. I don't think I have all my dates on there. Thanks for the reminder.
So yeah, TiffanyMWilliams.com is the her website. So go check that out. Um, Tiffany, it has been very good to have this conversation with you.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time. I appreciate this album.
Hmm.
I appreciate just your presence virtually,
Yeah.
and hopefully, in a future Lexington show you have, we'll
Hmm.
cross paths, and
Yeah,
I
I
can
would love
see.
that.
So,
Yeah, thank
um,
you for all you do for musicians in Kentucky.
much love to you, Tiffany, and go buy the album on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Now that she has informed me of Bandcamp, now that I'm gonna go follow you on Bandcamp right after
Yay,
this
thank
interview.
you.
So go go get the album there. It's called All Those Days of Drinking Dust. That's the name of the album. I mean, the other platforms is cool, but now that she bring up Bandcamp, go buy her music there, especially on Bandcamp Friday. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure there's two more of those left for 2022. You take care, Tiffany. You enjoy the
Thank
rest of
you,
your night.
Kenny.
You enjoy the
Thank
rest
you.
of your weekend.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, you have a good night.
You too. Bye
All
bye.
right, bye.